Are you a fan of action-filled arcade-style racing? Well then, you better stay away from this one. I present to you Kart World Series, a game made by X360. If only it was on the Xbox 360 instead. Press start as your screen commands, then choose one or two players. It then takes us to one of the blandest looking main screens they could have picked. You might be thinking that I'm throwing undeserved shade at this game, but you will understand soon enough. Select your choice between your favorite looking F1 car. Don't worry, all of their stats are the same. This has no impact in game. One cool thing about this game is that each map is based off of a real race course. It's really cool to see an overhead picture of the real course compared to the in-game course, like Homestead Motorsports. Enough looking around though, let's go race. Press the X button to accelerate, use the directional pad to turn, and try not to slide off the road. The controls are really responsive, and I found myself tapping left or right around turns rather than holding them. It's really easy to slide out of control if you hold the turn too long. One thing I've noticed is that the AI opponents seem to be faster than you on the straightaways, and it seems the only time to pass them is at the corner turns. Passing them is another obstacle in itself, as they seem to move to block you, and they are more like a moving brick wall than a car. Your wheels seem to clip right through theirs, but you don't want to hit them too much or you might skid out of control. I never got an option to change the difficulty, at least while playing this season, and the guy in first place seems to never let go of the gas. After you finish a race, you get the race results and move on to the next track. The tracks can get really tricky, and it's best to memorize them if possible. Even though the racetracks are based on real locations, they all pretty much felt the same to me personally. Maybe because over half the courses used a gray cloudy day background. I really wish they had used a sunny day, or at least had a little change in the skybox scenery. It seems like even the ones with a sunny day are mainly just the color blue. But there were one or two backgrounds that I did like. Now let's look at vehicle damage. You can damage your car by hitting walls or getting hit by opponents. Get enough damage at one time and you can lose one to all four of your wheels, like when this happened to me during a race. Oh man, spun out. Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at that! That's pretty cool. When you lose a wheel, it can take around 5 seconds to reappear. More often than not, you'll find yourself backwards, and you will have to shift in reverse to get turned around. I was able to make it between 6th through 2nd place most of the time. The biggest problem was the tight turns. There's no room to pass anyone. And after the 10th and final course, you will never believe what happens next. I think it's best if you hear my live reaction while I was playing the game. Oh, it booted us right back to the main screen. How about that? Because we didn't get third or better, I'm guessing. Wow. In fact, right after that happened in the playthrough, I gave my honest opinion about the game, and I think that that's worth taking a listen to as well. The enemy cars were a little bit faster than you on the straightaways and slower than you on the turns, which is kind of opposite what it should be. You should be able to speed out of the turns and pass them on the straightaways, which is showed on the maps as the passing points, you know. And very, very odd. Very small draw distance, 30, 40 feet in front of your car. That's where the road texture loaded in. You would have to sit down and practice each map and get good at, perfect at each map. And even then, you would have to cross your fingers and hope that you don't hit an enemy or somebody runs into you and sends you flying off like what happened to me where my entire car went up off the road. I mean, this game is filled with glitches. And take the pit stop, for example. I haven't tried the pit stop. I don't understand what the pit stop's for. Your car brakes, but then it automatically heals over time. Your wheels, your fender, any pieces that fall off just automatically regenerate after about 5 seconds. So it seems kind of pointless. And another thing that was odd to me is that when you crashed, it left you where you were. And so you have to press the L1 button and shift down, even though it's automatic. It automatically shifts 1 through 6. You have to shift down into neutral and shift down into reverse. Hit the X button, the gas button, to go backwards. And then hit the R1 to shift back into neutral and then shift back into first. So you can go, and it's insane. It was insane. Very, very strange game. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, the game is fun, and the fact that the maps are based on real locations is pretty cool. I'm sure there are many people who would love to experience their favorite racetrack, and maybe you would enjoy this game a lot more than I have. But I just compare it to something like Andretti Racing, a game that I've already done a review on, that has a working pit stop, a fuel tank, and shows where your tires wear down over time, and it makes this game look like an alpha stage racing game with potential. Thank you so much for watching. I really hoped you enjoyed the video. Click on the top right corner to watch me play the game if you dare, and I hope to see you in the next review.